I love to read a book and be absorbed in words to escape the life that...
The box! Box of awesome! Box of awesome! Woohoo! Hello everybody, so this is a little book haul for you. It contains some review copies, of which I'm quite excited about, and I'd been waiting for quite a while, and then a few random purchases. So I'll do the random purchases first. First up, from a second-hand bookstore in Toronto, which is a town very close to me, I grabbed The Angel's Game by Carlos Ruiz Zafron, and this is the sequel to The Shadow of the Wind, and it's the second book in the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series, which is going to have 4 books in it. And I got this one actually from overseas. I had to order it in, but I just figured I'd grab it because I am still in the middle of The Shadow of the Wind, but I'm really enjoying it, so I'd like to have this series to keep going. And they've promised me that when I'm ready to order Prisoner of Heaven, I can do it from that second-hand bookstore, which is good. So I got The Angel's Game. I grabbed Steampunk, an anthology of fantastically rich and strange stories, and this is one of the YA, short story anthologies that they have out and about. There's many of them, and I've got Willful Impropriety, which is a Victorian costume drama-ish kind of one, which is cool. For ages and ages on the book depository in my wish list / shopping cart, I had one called Corsets and Clockwork, and that is another YA anthology of steampunk stories, and I thought that this was the same thing, but it isn't, but it still has really cool people in it, like Cassandra Clare and Holly Black and Libba Bray, and all those folks are in here. But I think at some point I'm going to have to get Corsets and Clockwork as well, because it's got some other cool people in it that aren't quite as well known. And I grabbed the paperback version, even though admittedly the hardcover edition of this is really, really gorgeous and stunning, and I'll put a picture here. But I grabbed this one because it was a little bit cheaper. It was still, I got it in a mainstream bookstore, so it wasn't all that cheap. It was like $16, $17, and there was no real reason for me to grab it, except that I like having short story anthologies around because I can put them in my bag sometimes to go out and about with them. It just gives me the freedom of just reading a particular story at any given time, so I don't have to feel as though I have to dedicate, all my full attention to it as much as I would if I was carrying around a novel, so... And then this one is completely feeding into my love of books about books. I got the Library Book, which is a little anthology of tiny essays by famous folk about their love of libraries. There's people like Alan Bennett and Stephen Fry in here. They've written little essays about their experiences and love of libraries, their local libraries and famous libraries in their cities and stuff, and I just thought that was really cute, because I love supporting my local library, even though it's not all that well stocked, but I still love going there, and yeah, I just had to grab it, so yeah, the Library Book. Also from Walker Books, I requested this quite a while back, but it took forever for them to reply, but I got sent Shadows on the Moon by Zoe Marriott. Yay! I've been very excited about this one since I saw all of Misty's recommendations over at the Book Rat, and then Dylan read it and loved it, and I just thought I need to get my hands on this and check it out. I'm on halfway through actually, and I didn't even realise I was, and I'm liking it thus far. As you saw earlier in the video, I was very excited because Pan Macmillan finally sent me through a heap of books that I'd requested, and they got me this big box arrived at my doorstep yesterday, and I was really happy. So the books that were sent to me from Pan Macmillan are as follows. I sent Spark by Amy Kathleen Ryan, which I'm so excited about. It is the sequel to Glow, and these are in the Sky Chasers series, and I loved Glow. I was actually very impressed by it, so I'm really looking forward to reading Spark, because I've heard great things. I'm excited. After waiting and asking for this, the first in this series, forever and ever, I got sent Forsaken, which is the Demon Trapper's Daughter. It's the first in this series, and I've wanted it for a long time because I've heard good things about it from Misty and from others, and yeah, it's finally here so I can read it. Hooray! This I was very excited about, and I've already started because I couldn't resist it. I got Because It Is My Blood by Gabrielle Zevin, which is of course the sequel to All These Things I've Done by Gabrielle Zevin, which you'll remember I liked very, very much, and my review is, I will link that in the doodly-doo. So I've started on this because I couldn't resist, and I'm specifically using my chocolate fixes everything bookmark, because as you may or may not know, chocolate is an illegal substance in this universe, so I just thought it was quite fitting. Got sent Storm Dancer by J. Kristoff because I know it's been a highly anticipated title and a lot of people have been really looking forward to it, and heard some mixed things thus far, but it's still something I'm eager to check out. So, not in my Pan Macmillan haul, I was sent Defiance by CJ Redwine, and I was sent this from Marianne DePier's channel, and I've got to read and review it for her channel. And yeah, I've been reading some mixed stuff. I'm not sure if this is just going to fall into a lot of typical trappings that YA, fantasy, action-y, paranormal things do, but we'll give it a whirl anyway. So that is my haul for now. I'm quite excited by a lot of these titles and going to get reading. I got a few others, but they're actually remaining somewhat secret because they're actually intended to be gifts for people, so I'm not showing them on screen. That's my little haul, and I hope everyone's having a nice day. Bye.